Hi, I'm Gavin Glicksman. Joining me today at Sun HQ is Arsenal legend Ian Wright. Looking at Chelsea, Rafa Benitez obviously in charge till the end of the season. They're still in the FA Cup, they're still in the Europa League, and they can still finish top four. There's a groundswell of opinion now though that Jose Mourinho, the special one, will be coming back. Do you see that happening?
Yeah, if he doesn't come back in this period of time when they've got an interim manager, they don't actually like the interim manager. The place looks like it needs a massive new impetus around it. I think he's the person that can do it, and you know, I can't see any other time what would be as good a time for someone like Jose Mourinho to go back to Chelsea. I don't think the Chelsea fans would want anybody else. When you look at the current situation of how Jose Mourinho is actually at a place where he's looking like he's going to leave. Chelsea have got an interim manager which is going to leave. It's just the natural fit. So if it doesn't happen now, I don't think it will ever happen. I'd love him to come back to Chelsea. I think they fit each other perfectly. And you know, I feel that they will be a force. Once he does come back and he gets the players that he wants to get there, they will become a major force again.
Will Mourinho get that control though and get the players he wants, or will it still be Roman Abramovich making the signings?
Well, I think this is one of the reasons why if he does come back, then I'm sure he will have those assurances, Gav. If otherwise, why would you come back knowing that you've got someone like Abramovich who seems to want to be involved in everything and makes these decisions because he can? Why would you come back when somebody's still going to wield that kind of power over your head? If Mourinho comes back, I'm sure it will be under the proviso that that's not going to happen. And if he does come back and he hasn't got that in place in respects of I'm running things, then it's not going to work again.
If Mourinho does come back, will he demand that Frank Lampard gets a new contract?
I think he will, yeah, because he's Frank, like I say on so many occasions, he's a fantastic professional to have around your club. And like you asked me about Arsenal, yes, for the young players to see the work ethic of a top player, yeah, I'd love to see him there. I know it wouldn't happen, but like his work ethic, he's an inspirational character. You know what I mean? It's everything that you want about a professional at the moment. Frank is it. And so I find it very strange that Chelsea wouldn't be signing Frank up before it even got to the stage where now, where he's thinking of, like, it's not going to happen. Up to this point, why wouldn't you sign a player of that calibre who's ready to go again? Like I say, after the game against Sunderland, he was out there on his own, running, doing lines, keeping himself fit, keeping himself going. And it's one of those where you think that is what you want young professionals to be looking at. Somebody who has everything. Frank has done everything in the game. Obviously, not at international level in the World Cups and the European Cups, but the fact is, in the game itself, Champions League and down, he's done everything. And an inspiring character, and I believe that if Mourinho comes, he will sign him. But if he doesn't, then I could see Frank leaving.
Fernando Torres recently stated that he's staying at Chelsea no matter what. He's going to see out his contract. Is that the right thing, or do you just think it's time for him to say, I've tried, it's not worked, I need a new club?
Well, I tell you what, I keep mentioning I've done the Chelsea-Sunderland game, and he came on in that game, and I don't know whether it's because the pressure of not starting or whatever it was, but he looked like he even had a good yard of pace there. You know what I mean? He came on and he came on with impetus and determination, and he looked really, really sharp. Yes, there was a header. You could, you know, if you're nitpicking, you could say maybe he could have got it on target, but he looked pretty sharp. Now, whether or not, like I say, it's because he wasn't under the pressure of starting, but if he can continue with that kind of blistering pace and that kind of endeavour, the fans loved him. They cheered him, and he was, you know, they've supported him, and you have to give credit to the Chelsea fans because they have supported him for a long time, the majority of them. And if he continues in that form, I saw in the second half against Sunderland, then yeah, he should stay for a few years.